Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Game Bloom. You're back with Matt, and today we're playing Black and White Roads, the music edition. It's all very calm and collected. It's a picture paradise, as it says on the screen. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually jumping into Burnout paradise. That's more like it. I was sat around earlier and I was thinking, what do I fancy playing today that I could probably do a Saturday gaming on? And I thought, I'd quite like to go for an older game. So I was flicking through my Xbox games, going through and going, a racing game is quite good. There's not many of those out for the modern generation. So stuff like this, how could you resist? It's like, oh, go Burnout Paradise. How awesome could you be? This awesome. He says whilst crashing into a wall. So that'll leave us nice and packed there. It's a great start, as with all of my videos. If it didn't start badly, it wouldn't be a video by Game Bloom. Or at least by me. But what the plan for this video is that there are 4 main events within Burnout Paradise. You got your race, your road rage, your marked man, and your stunt run events. And what I'm going to do is over the course of the video, we're going to take part in each of the races, or each of the events, sorry, and just see how we do overall. Hopefully, we'll smash 4 wins and it'll be amazing. But, again, this is me. We start out with a fail. We'll inevitably fail towards the end again. So, what we're going to do is, I'm going to jump into this first event. I'll cut it and I'll join you when I'm a bit closer. And we're here, guys. Now the way you start these races is, as you saw very quickly there, you stop at the junction and you rev your engine and you burn out. So you hold the accelerator and the brake and it starts the event. Now what this event is this is the road rage event. And the way you do a road rage event is you've got a target, as you can see in the top left hand corner there, of getting as many takedowns as you can. In this case, our target is 28 takedowns. And all it means is to smash a person into the wall 28 times and try not to get hit yourself. Now, depending on the car you've got, or van in this case, you do have a certain amount of lives. It's dependent on how strong your car is. So if you're driving a little sort of two-wheeler Formula 1 car, two-seater, not two-wheeler, then you've only got maybe 1 or 2 lives. Whereas with a van like this, a very aggressive vehicle, I think we've got around 4 or 5 lives, so we can get hit a few times before we get completely destroyed. Just kind of makes it that little bit easier. So, as you see, we're nicely racking up these takedowns. We're getting through them. We have got a time limit, again, as you can see in the top corner, of 4 minutes and 50 seconds. I think it started off on 5 minutes. And what that is that's just counting down how long you've got left. When each time you sort of hit a takedown, you do get. How did he take me down there? I was through. I'm flying through the air now though. That was majestic. Majestic. But yeah, when you do get a takedown, you do get, I think it's an additional 5 seconds on your time, which is quite handy. So if you rack up a few, then you can get away with not hitting anyone for a while. See, nice takedown there. It just adds 5 seconds onto the score. Which gives you that little bit longer. It makes it a little bit easier again. I think I took someone down into someone there, which was awesome. I didn't even intend on that one. So, bonus takedown. But yeah, as you can see, we're racking up here. We've taken it all the way back up to 4 minutes and 45 seconds, which is awesome. We're nicely taken down on these country roads. Now the thing I liked about road rage events is that you could do them wherever you wanted. So if you wanted to go on the intersection and the interstate, you felt that was a bit cooler, less things to hit, less sharp corners and stuff like that, then you could do that. Like we're just driving on these country roads. I know we started off on the intersection, but if I wanted to go the other way, we should turn around, and in a second, all the other sort of racers would just start spawning off me. And so we can now go this way. Drive back up the White Mountain, according to the map. It's a lovely takedown. So as you can see, guys, we're racking through these. One thing I will say about this game, and I said it about Pure, and I think I mentioned it a little bit in Colin McRae Dirt, is that these sort of older games, sort of 5 years ago and stuff like that, have got beautiful soundtracks. Now what we're playing here is that obviously Burnout Paradise does have some great soundtracks. I think it's got some Guns N' Roses on, as well as some like Seether, and all these amazing tracks. It's also got soundtracks from the original Burnout games. The one you hear in the background now is from Burnout 2, which is really nostalgic for me because it's the first Burnout game I owned, and me and my little brother had it on the PS2 that we shared. It's like a family PS2, and I've got great memories of smashing little walls like that. No, great memories of like we used to like sneak downstairs at 2 AM in the morning, me and my little brother, just to play some Burnout 2. It was great fun. If you want to see a bit of that on the channel, let us know in the comments below. Quite happy to play that. It's a fantastic game. That was a brutal takedown. I'm not even sure what happened there. I think I got 2 or 3. But as you see, guys, we've got 1 takedown left. Or 0 takedowns left. We've hit the target. We've won the event. Now what can happen here is you can do 1 of 2 things. Either you can carry on taking people down. Like say we've got that time limit, we can run that down. I've done that before in the past. I think my best is about 50, 52, 53. Or you can just smash yourself into a few walls and ruin yourself. So I'll drive straight into this wall and wreck myself, and I'll just keep. What we'll do is we'll have a fail here. We'll drive into another wall. Just turn into this wall. Oh, the guy got in the way. You watch. This will be the awkward moment when I can't find any walls. Right, this pole. Why did you stop me driving there? Thank you. It like stopped me crashing into a wall. There we go, right. Damage critical. What that means is it's our last life. I accidentally got a takedown there. So what we're going to do is we're not going to take this turn at the end of the road. We're just going to smash straight into the wall. And oh, it was more of a corner than I thought it was. I will destroy my car eventually, guys. I will. There we go, here we go. And that's the Road Rage event. We got the victory with 32. We managed to get 4 takedowns while trying to destroy ourselves. So, it's another win on our license. As you can see, I have played a lot of this game, so we are quite far through it. Just hit on lamppost. But that is the Road Rage event. What we're now going to do is I'm going to quickly stop by a garage, and then we're going to move into a different event. We're going to be taking on a race next, standard race. So I'll cut back to you guys once I'm at the race. And we're back, guys. As you can see, we have had a slight change of car for this race. Instead of being in that massive van that was really good for taking down, we're currently in a single-seater open-wheel F1 car. So let's jump into this race
northwest to the
and see how we do. Now, as you can see, with the races within this game, they are point-to-point races, and it's a case of make your own way there, so you can take any way you want to get to your thing. What we're going to do is, because it's the southwest corner of the map, we're just going to stick to the main roads and try not to crash too much. The thing with this is, with the bigger cars, obviously they can take more hits. The smaller cars, as I mentioned in the Road Rage video, take a lot of damage a lot quicker, so it's far easier to wreck. Whereas with the takedown van that we were in at the start, if you bumped into a car, you just kind of bounced off it. When you're driving this, if you even tap a car that's going in the same direction as you, which will inevitably happen in a second, you just wreck straight away. So the goal is to try and avoid hitting anything, because it'll just ruin us. Even corners like that, if you don't sort of brake a little bit before them, then it gets a bit risque. But it seems to be going well as I jinx myself here. We seem to be having quite a decent run. So one thing I do like about this car, it's I think it's the last car you unlock in the game, this sort of version of the F1 car. So it is probably the fastest car in the game, I think. and rightly so. I mean, it does come at a penalty that anything will break you. Luckily, we've been quite good at avoiding things. So let's go for the win with the burnout. And that's a race. It's possibly like the shortest race ever, but it's a race nonetheless. As you can see, point to point, make your own way there. Driving a fast car is better than driving a slow car. And what I'll do is I'll cut back with you guys once we're at the next event, which will be the Marksman event. Welcome back, guys. We're here, we have arrived at the Marksman event, and as you can see, we've changed our car. Now this type of car has got the speed, it's an oval racer, but it's also an aggression type class, which means it can take a few hits as well, which is what we want in the Marksman event. So let's jump in, see how we do.
Survive the drive.
Now, as with a race, all we've got to do is get from here to the observatory. It's a point-to-point race again, but we have to survive. And you know how we had the lives in the takedown, whereas we had 5 hits, and once we had those 5 hits we were out. This is basically the same. You see the cars in black, all 3 of them there, plus others. They're trying to take you down. All you've got to do is race there and avoid being taken down as much as possible. Now, the reason I chose an aggression type car is obviously you can take a few more hits, but if they're taking you down and you accidentally take them down back, you get a lot more boost from it in an aggression class. So we might as well make the most of it. As you can see, they just kind of grind you up against the wall for a bit, and sort of the moment you try to turn, they get the takedown. It's not ideal, but sort of the way you try and avoid them and smash them back as much as possible. You know the old saying, the best type of defense is a good offense. It kind of works in this. Smash the cars that are trying to break you into a wall, and hopefully they won't try and break you as much. The hard part is when you have to slow down to sort of take turns. Like in a second, as you'll see, we're coming up to a crossroad, and we won't be going straight across it, which will be a bit of a pain. So at times, like, they can come up out of nowhere and sort of T-bone you, which isn't ideal. We try and turn as quickly as possible and then just boost away. Sounds simple enough, but when there's 3 cars trying to destroy you, it's not as easy as it sounds. Let's go. We're not doing too badly so far. We've only had 1 takedown. I think in this we've got 3 lives. Let's send that guy the wrong way and go straight up here. As you can see, we can see the finish on our mini-map now. It's literally a case of surviving the drive. Let's go. Get pumped from the music. Like I said earlier when we were doing the road rage, the music in this is good because it's got the old stuff as well as the new stuff. See, classics from Burnout. I totally didn't see the car that they drove me into there. Luckily, because we've got that aggression class, we have got more than 2 lives, 4 in this compared to the 5 we had in the van. So we can take a couple more hits. Not that we want to. We just want to drive nicely. As you see, all 4 of them are here. Let them drive by me. Take this corner. Come on, spin faster. Go. Last stretch, guys. Let's power through. Let's go. We didn't even get damage critical. We are professionals at this game. And there it is. Nicely sandwiched between 2 of the enforcers there. We made it. Managed to get to the point. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the garage, switch up car yet again, and jump into the last type of event, which is the stunt run event. Catch you in a bit. We've arrived at event 4 of 4, guys. We're here in this new car. You can see it's called the Hawker, and it's amazing. Although it's a bit beaten up, because I did have a few incidents crashing here. As you can see, it's a lovely silver muscle car, and it's a stunt-based car, so hopefully we'll be able to chain the boost a bit more in these stunt run events.
Prove it.
So, as you can see, we've got 1 minute and 15 seconds to get 240,000 points. Now, I won't lie, guys, I have to say, the stunt runs are probably my weakest discipline out of them all. So, all we're going to do is we're going to try and get close to that. The way you do it, obviously you do drifts and stuff to try and build up a bit of a combo. You see, boosting builds it up slightly, and drifting just keeps racking points. So as you can see, we're currently on 150,000, 1,600. But thanks to my knowledge of this game, I know that just around this corner is an amazing jump. So we're going to jump off this. It's the jump you saw us do at the start. Then we get some big air. And try not to crash into that wall. That wasn't the plan. That's the end of that combo. So what we're going to do, that wasn't meant to go like that. We were meant to get a flat spin and like a flip off there. We've only got 16 seconds left. Not ideal. Now one thing I will say is that sort of whilst you do have that time limit, it does run until the end of your combo. So even though it's going to say I'm out of time, we are still keeping it going slightly. Time's up, but we can still hit a combo. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, and we're not going to crash into that wall as we were going to. We're actually going to boost, and we're going to try this jump again, see if we can hit a flip off it. So you can see time's running down. Let's go for the barrel rolls. Oh, we didn't hit the wall. A 20 times 7 multiplier. It's 140,000. I reckon if we can sneak our way back up there, sort of using this boost and drift, then we can probably hit that jump again and like properly fluke it and hopefully go for the win. So the only way this could go horribly wrong, and the way it probably will, is if we either hit a car around here and wreck, or we do what we did the first time with a jump and just fail it completely. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and get another couple of barrel rolls, increase that multiplier a bit more, and hopefully we should be good. No! Did we do it? Did we do it? Oh, we didn't. We didn't manage to do it, guys. Oh. It was all looking so good. I did say if we hit that thing at the bottom, it would be game over. Now, unlike all the other events which I've won, unfortunately, there's always a weaker discipline, and I'm just going to have to accept defeat on that one. But that's Burnout Paradise for you. If you haven't already played it ever, go out and buy it. It came out in like 2010, so there's no excuse not to have played it. It's a decent racing game, and seeing as the moment we haven't got much on the PS4 in terms of racing games, I'd highly recommend playing it, because everyone loves a good racing game, don't they? And on this lovely Picture Paradise note, we will end as we started the video. Some lovely classical music and me saying goodbye. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time.